Hey Roy family, welcome back to the channel. I know you guys haven't seen me in a while. I've been sick. I couldn't even record. I didn't even have strength to get up out of my bed, but the little bit of strength I had, God helped me. My eyes were hurting me so bad. I couldn't even stand the light. Like the all kind of light would hurt my eyes. It was just crazy. I had a lot of backache. I had hot and cold, like some sort of chills. And 1 minute I was hot, 1 minute I was cold. My whole muscles, my back, all my muscles were sore. They were aching. It was just crazy. I don't know what it was, but thank God I'm healed. And no, I did not get tested because out here you need to get tested by appointment. Like they don't have rapid testing. Like you can't just walk and you have to have an appointment. So yeah, I didn't even have strength to even call and make an appointment. I just stood home basically. Like I just stood home and social distanced myself from people. So yeah, but thank God I'm healed. And if you ever get sick, just stay away from people. Don't even get near them because you don't want them to get sick with whatever you had. I feel as if you go get a test, you're putting the person who's testing you at risk. So yeah, I don't like that testing thing. I'm gonna get into this video about fasting. If you're new, stick around. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. So you're wondering, how do I start a fast? What kind of different methods and ways can I fast? Stick around so you can learn more key details about fasting. There's not one way to fast or a certain way to fast. But in this video, I'll break down how to fast, when to fast, and what are your reasons and the purposes for it. If you have any health issues, please consult with your doctor before fasting because you don't want this to intervene with your health. I'm only saying this because I don't know your health or your life or what's going on. We can't just, give advice to somebody and then we don't know their situation. So that's why I'm saying this. Consult with a doctor first if you have any health issues before you get into a fast. So first, we know when we fast, it's with a purpose and it's with a reason. It could be any reason. It could be addiction. It could be a family member. It could be a job. It can be anything that's concerning your life, your home, your social life, your health, any addictions that you have. If you're looking for a job, if you're looking to attend a school, or if you're in school and you want to fast for people at your school or at your job, that's always a good reason to fast for those people. The purpose and reason can be anything God is going to help you out with. So how many hours should you fast for? And for how many days? If you're new to fasting, just do 1 day because you don't want to get into a fast that's, more than 1 day and your flesh, because we're human, cannot handle it. So if you're new, just do 1 day. When you present your fast, always present it early, between midnight and 6 a.m. And here's the reason why. I'm going to give you an example from the scripture that Jesus did that I take into consideration. It's in Mark 1, verses 35 to 39. Very early in the morning, while it was still dark. So it was early in the morning and it was still dark. That's why I said present your fast between midnight and 6 a.m. because that's early in the morning and it's still dark. So very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house, and went off to a solitary place where he prayed. Simon and his companions went to look for him, and when they found him, they exclaimed, "Everyone is looking for you." Jesus replied, "Let us go somewhere else, to the nearby villages, so I can preach there also. That is why I have come." So he traveled throughout Galilee, preaching in their synagogues and driving out demons. So first he did pray. Before he did anything, he always prayed. And he always went off separate, to a separate private location to pray. And this is goes right along with fasting. When you fast, you don't tell nobody what you're fasting for, what's the reason for. That's between you and God. But when you tell somebody you're going to fast, it should be between you and your spouse, so they can know that you're fasting. Because when you're fasting, it's between you and God. This is God and you time. Your spouse, time for spouse, that's it. That's enough. You got to let your spouse know, honey, I'm going to fast. I can't, do things with you right now. And don't even kiss while you're fasting, because you don't want to be led into temptation. And this is something serious. Fasting is something serious. You want it to be between you and God. So let your spouse know, honey, I'm going to fast. Please take it into consideration. And if they're respectful of your decision, they will say, okay, honey, I understand you're fasting. So yeah, just tell your spouse that you're fasting. And I think that's about it. Like, don't tell nobody else that you're fasting, because it's supposed to be something private between you and God. If you're doing like a group fast, then that's different. Like how me and my church, we do the 21-day fast. Starting in the beginning of January, in the new year, we start a 21-day fast. So that's something different, It's like, we're getting together to do this 21-day fast. However, it's the purpose and reason, we only know and God knows. We don't say it among one another. So that's different. Because I know some people say, oh, when you fast, it's supposed to be between you and God. And that is true. However, when you're doing a group fast, if it's between you and some brothers, then, it's not going to be a secret. They'll know that you're fasting. And between you and your spouse, they know that you're fasting. So when should you fast? If you're doing the 1-day fast, I say do it on a Sunday. Present your fast on a Sunday. So like that, when you go to church, you don't have no distractions around you. You're like going there for God. You're going there to worship. You're going there to listen to the word. You're going there to pray. Even though you're praying before you're leaving to go to church. But it's just more efficient when you do your 1-day fast on a Sunday. Because I'm telling you, you're going to feel so much better. God's going to get all the glory. And your spiritual life is going to be on fire for God. When you fast, you're getting on that spiritual level between you and God. You're, killing your flesh, and you're getting in your spirit, so that you can be on that spiritual level that Jesus had. He had fasted for 40 days, and he was on another spiritual level. He went, and encountered different spiritual things. So how often should you fast? I can't tell you how often should you fast, because that's between you and God. However, I'll give you my example. I fast every Sunday and every other Saturday, because it just helps me feed my soul. It helps me grow spiritually. It helps me stay in tune with my spirit and with the Holy Spirit. so I don't get in my flesh. Now that's just for me. For you, I can't tell you how often you should fast. So I fast every Sunday and every other Sunday, and then I do those 21 days with my church every New Year. Got into the habit of fasting like that because I want to be on fire for God. So this picture here is an example of how your spiritual life looks like without praying, without fasting, and without getting into your word. Your phone battery is always high and always has life in it, full of life, and it never seems to die. And your spiritual life is just dying, you know, spiritually malnourished. If you're feeding your natural body, your flesh, with all the nutrients it needs, it's getting all the nutrients, you know. But what about your spiritual life? Is it getting spiritual nutrients? Okay, so we have different kinds of fasts. You have a complete fast, no food, no water for the whole day. So if you want to do that, you can go ahead and do that. No water, no food for the whole day. Then you have a partial fast when you skip one meal, like you present your fast between midnight and 6 a.m., a time between midnight and 6 a.m. And so when you present your fast, say on a Sunday, you're going to present it at midnight. There's just an example. You're going to present it at midnight. So you're skipping breakfast and you're skipping lunch. And when church is over, you'll have your dinner. That's what I I consider a partial fast. That's what's considered a partial fast because you're not eating your meals, your breakfast or your lunch, you're skipping meals. Or if you can just skip breakfast and you want to eat lunch and dinner, you can do that as well. Fasting is not about how long you can do it for, but if you do fast, I say try to do 4 hours or more, nothing less, just so your body could get used to fasting. And also, when you're in your partial fast, you can drink water if you want to. I constantly drink water during my partial fast because I get lightheaded sometimes or I get headaches. So if you want to drink water, you can drink water. Now, if you can't skip meals because of health reasons, just cut out all junk food out, which is like chocolate, coffee, all caffeines, Starbucks drinks. Cut all the sweets out so that you can, just say, oh, I'm going to fast. No sweets today, no junk food today. So I can, probably eat an apple like the Daniel fast. You can eat an apple or eat a vegetable, depending how your health is, just, take it into consideration what kind of fast you're going to do. Then you have a juice fast. You can make juices like with vegetables and fruits together or separate, vegetables separate and fruits separate. So you can drink juice throughout your fast, 100% juice, not no artificial or sweet juice, but 100% juice throughout your fast. So that's a juice fast. Then you have water only fast. So you just drink water throughout your whole fast. And which is the kind of fast that goes along with sort of with the partial fast because you're skipping meals. But then if you want to fast for the whole day and just drink water to the next day, then you can do that too. I went 3 full days fasting, just drinking water, no food for the whole 3 full days. And it takes a toll on your body. Like you get weak, but it's very beneficial for your spiritual life. Like the verse says, when I am weak, then I'm strong. So that's basically what happens. You get stronger. Your spiritual life gets stronger. But your flesh gets so weak. Then you have what is called Daniel fast, which many people like to do. You're just eating fruits and vegetables, nuts, grains. I'm not too sure what other stuff you can eat. I know this is from the book of Daniel, where he separated himself from the pagan people and said, I'm only going to eat fruits and vegetables because we're not going to eat your pagan food. So that's where the Daniel fast comes from. Daniel wasn't like literally fasting, he was on a diet basically. So that's where people get it from. I don't consider doing a Daniel fast for myself because I don't see no purpose of me eating if I'm supposed to be fasting. I want to be more like Jesus and what Moses did too. No food. When you're doing your Daniel fast, it's not about how much fruits and vegetables you can eat. It's about getting in your word, worshiping God, meditating between you and God, prayers, just get into the spiritual realm with God. It's not about, oh, I'm going to eat this much fruit, this much vegetables while I'm doing my Daniel fast. That's not what it's about. It's about a reason. It's about a reason, and it's about a purpose. It's the purpose is for something or for someone. It's not about, oh, I'm gonna eat this much watermelon today. People get very excited about the Daniel fast and they buy all these fruits and vegetables, but I don't know how they take it in between them and God, because fasting is a private thing. So I don't know how that works. But yeah, I don't condemn nobody from doing the Daniel fast. If you want to do it, go ahead and do it. I seen many testimonies. People said that God made a way for them and they had a breakthrough doing the Daniel fast. If you can't fast from food at all, because the health reason, I take it into consideration to fast from electronics and from social media. And you can do a 1 day fast from it, or you can do a 21-day fast from it. But take a break from social media so you can get into your word. You can get in the spiritual realm with God. Get off those video games. Get off Netflix. Get off the electronics. Take an electronic fast. If you can't do food, do an electronic fast. I'm telling you, it's going to be very beneficial for your spiritual life. And take it into consideration that when you're on social media, you're looking at so many secular things and maybe Christian things too, but it's a distraction. It's not doing anything for you while you're fasting. It's distracting you. Some of those things could be an idol in your life. So that's why you should fast from it. If you're going to fast on that Sunday from midnight to when church ends, just stay off social media. It really benefits your spiritual life. I'm telling you, I do it every week. I do it for the 21 days. I'm off social media. Like, nobody sees me on there for 21 days. And then when I come back, they're like, wow, where you been? I've been off, that I leave the app on my phone. Some people delete it. I leave it because I don't have no temptation to get on there. But if you're tempted to get on, just delete the apps. I recommend you watching, movies like from the Bible or sermons, people preaching, those kind of things. If you want to watch TV, that's what I usually do. I watch people preaching. I watch Bible movies, Bible shows, Christian stuff. I just stay away from secular things, even though they're not bad. Like some secular stuff, I watch people vlogging or people cooking and YouTube stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just stay away from dumb things while I'm fasting because I want my purpose to be fulfilled. Even if you're on those things, your purpose still may be fulfilled, but it's just much better when you're off those things. And check out my last video that I did, the 3 sins Christians commit against God daily. There I talk more about why we should fast, and I break it down a little bit more. If you enjoyed this video, please leave any comments or concerns you have in the comment section below. And you can also email me. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Love you guys. God bless.